What we are going to do today is one of the most common sources of suspension noise, which we usually misjudge and that don't even get caught very easily. So one of the smallest thing in the suspension, I guess, but I'm gonna take you with me and show you how it sounds and what does it sound like and how to diagnose it. So out on the front tire, this is the noise of brake caliper pins. So how you have to check it, you have to put two of your fingers on the brake caliper itself and then hit it again. So I'm gonna do it and check the difference. So these are the brake caliper pins and their boots. So we are going to change these brake caliper pin along with the rotor itself. So we're going to change the rotor as well, but keep in mind before changing the front disc rotors you have to clean them because it's an iron rotor, and to protect it from rust, manufacturer usually put a thin film of oil on it so it doesn't rust. So we have to clean it well, not with the help of tissue paper just like I am doing. It's just to show you that there is oil, but we need to use something like a brake cleaner or a degreaser. If you don't have both of these, you can use petrol or gasoline, whatever you want to call it, or yeah, these are pretty much the options you can clean it with. And next thing we have to do is jack the front up, jack the front end of the car up, remove the wheel, and then I'm gonna show you how to do it. So wheel removed, what we have to do next is remove these bolts, which are actually 12 millimeters. Yes, 12 millimeters. One is on this location, another one is just below it here. So we have to remove both of these bolts, and then we can disconnect the caliper and rest it aside from the vehicle. So both of the bolts removed. Now what we have to do is we have to remove the caliper and place it somewhere backside so that it doesn't move or damage itself. So I'm gonna just do that and show you the next step in a minute. Then we have the caliper is aside. Then we have to remove the brake pads as well. It's a nice opportunity to clean the brake pads now, and I have a video of brake pad cleaning, so I'll link it in the top right corner of the screen. Brake hardware as well. Okay, all of the brake hardware is out as well. Now what we have to do is we have to unbolt two more bolts to pull the caliper out. They are these one and another, this one. So we have to unbolt these two, and the caliper bracket will also come out, and we'll place the caliper pins when the bracket is out, not on the vehicle, because it will be much easier to work when it's off the vehicle as compared to on the vehicle. Now it is the right time to clean all these parts because there are a lot of brake dust. So take the opportunity, take some time, clean it all well, and then reinstall it all back again. So once we want to clean it first, the caliper bracket, and then we're going to install the new pins in, and till then we can change the rotor. And the tools what we need to change the rotor is I guess a T25 or T30. Just unscrew this bolt and you can take out the rotor. I'm gonna take the rotor out and then show you. This is a T30. So finally the disc rotor is out, and after a lot of tapping you can actually see the marks on the old rotor where I have tapped a lot. So I guess you can see it on the camera, the grooves the disc are forming. This is the reason why we are changing the disc rotors, because these grooved discs compromises on your braking distance. You can also get it resurfaced, but I really don't want to get it resurfaced. I just want to swap it for new one, so that is the reason why I'm doing this. We all just saw that disc can get rust welded to the hub, so to prevent it in future, what you can do is you can put anti-seize on this surface, but I don't have anti-seize at this point of time, so I'm just gonna do it without the anti-seize. So we have cleaned the disc brake and also our hands, because oil on the disc rotor or on your hands is one of the same things, because they both are gonna get in contact with each other. So kindly clean your hands as well. So for this job I need both of my hands. Just had to place the rotor, align the screw and tighten it. It's a pretty easy job, I guess, self-explanatory. So I'm just gonna do it and then show you afterwards. So the new rotor in the position now. Give it one last wipe before installing everything back again. I guess you can see that. So that is the reason we did the one last wipe. Now have to move on to the caliper pins. Now going to take this bracket for a very thorough cleaning session and installing new pins. Meet you after the cleaning. Now I have pulled the caliper pins out, and we have to, this one is going to be a little tight because it has this anti-rattle shield kind of thing on its top. So what we have to do is now clean the insides with the help of a rag or tissues, whatever you want to take, and then we are going to install new caliper pins along with the new rubber boots. So I'm just going to clean these caliper holes and then show you. Caliper got cleaned. Now what you have to do is put back the new caliper pins in, but before putting back the caliper pins we need to lube them with the help of proper caliper pin grease. Don't use normal petroleum grease or lithium based grease. They won't be able to handle the extreme temperatures of brakes. It will break down and form a gooey stuff which will make your caliper pin stuck again, and it will start to and your vehicle will start to wear your brake unevenly. So specific thing for a specific job. So what you have to do is now coat the pins in a decent coat of grease and then push it back in. So after completing the caliper pins, this is how your brake caliper pin should behave. There should be a little bit of springiness for the tightness of the brakes, and that is a good thing. So now what we have to do is put this back on the vehicle, just scrub the brake pads a little bit to compensate for the new surface. So putting the caliper back on, it's same as the way we removed it, just in the reverse procedure. So the bracket is back on. Next thing what we have to do is brake pads. we have to clear the veins of the brake pad. As you can see, these things get filled up with brake pad dust and a combination of water. So clear these brake pad veins and give it a little bit of scrub with a sandpaper and put it back on. And before installing the brake pads, don't forget to put the brake hardware back on. I almost forgot to tell you. So after 2 or 3 hours, the moment of truth now, the same test again. I guess I don't have to say anything, you can hear the results.